Hey there, besties. I'm sitting up here thinking that the damn music was on and playing. I'm all wrong. I'm looking around for other things to talk about. And I'm like, wait, Instagram won't come on. Oh, yeah, because you have to turn the shit on. So that's for me. My bad. Shout out to y'all. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. I don't even really know what this show is about because it's kind of just last minute because I said I would come on tonight after being on here earlier. And I don't want to talk about that other crap because we didn't already talked it enough for today. You know, shout out to all the bitch ass ninjas. I'm going to leave it at that. Miss a show, you miss a lot. Anyway. So I see that these people are still horse. Y'all see y'all still doing y'all thing. This is why you poor. This is why you gonna stay poor. Because you do poor things, all right? I be trying to help y'all. You don't want to listen. Fake poors. Y'all ain't much better. But do your thing, right? Do your thing. And then when the time comes, what's about to come up? Spring break, summer camp, for summer's time, whatever. When they get out of school, you want to go away for the 4th of July, Juneteenth, back to school. We don't want to hear it. But yeah, I promise you, it's going to be, thank you, Harmonize Easter. I promise you, they're going to be looking for some help. They're going to be helping me, Rhonda, all the way around this damn YouTube, around y'all and everywhere else, looking for some quote-unquote help. And you should have been doing all the things that we've been saying to do, right? Don't nobody want to do it. They want to do what they want when they want to do it. And then when it comes to the needs, especially those kids, then all of a sudden they want somebody's help. I ain't got no help for you. Because we done talked about it how many times, umpteenth number of times. Shout out to Uncle Rick. Thank you for being here. Shout out to all of y'all, especially for the last minute. Appreciate you coming through. Thank you. We're going to get to it. Plus, I got a little bit of white people news because it's a white people Wednesday. So y'all are out here wilding too. Let me just go ahead and show y'all, child. If you're not here when it starts, you be missing a lot, all right? Because white people, what is wrong with y'all? White people, what is wrong with y'all? I need somebody to help me understand. It says, woman does this in the middle of a meeting and the internet goes crazy. Now, not the men in the office, but the internet goes crazy. Child, I can't. White women, what is wrong with y'all?
No, it's just management. And I am not management.
There's a lot of blame being
around
here. And
HR? I mean, HR, forget it, you know?
You're the problem, Carol, okay?
Oh,
I mean, never pronounced Carol.
no, it's just management. And I am not management.
There's a lot of blame being around here.
And HR? I mean, HR, forget it, you know?
You're the problem, Carol, okay?
Oh,
I gotta be honest, I believe this. I gotta be honest. So nobody saw this. So nobody saw her doing this while they sitting there talking. Now I believe white people will be in the office with nothing on their feet, with their feet touching the rug and the floor. Child, black people don't do that. Child, y'all do that. That's nasty right there. In addition to your nasty ass taking your funky ass panties off and putting it in your hair. That's disgusting. And then in the middle of work, allegedly, and then in front of all these dudes, then somebody say something to you, then you be talking about MSG and whatnot. Say I'm lying. Look at what these men do. Look at what they say. Oh my God, how could you? I'm just a woman, child. I'm just a woman. How dare you do this to me? I'm just saying. You already know. And what kind of outfit is that to wear to work anyway? It looks like a corporate job. Child, you can't wear that shit in corporate America. What the fuck is that? That looks like some shit you wear at the beach. Look at how much leg she's showing. And so much thigh she's Ma'am. Definitely a skit. Allegedly. I think it's a skit. But y'all know you would still do that type of shit anyway, because y'all crazy. Anyway, moving on. What is going on with Kristi Noem? Anybody know? Did you know Kristi Noem is allegedly having an affair? How come nobody talking about that? Everybody want to talk about Anton and what Anton said, but not talk about her? Y'all not trying to talk about her? Kristi Noem grilled, and she got to talk about it in front of everybody. Kristi Noem grilled on actual relations with Corey Lewandowski at house hearing her husband attended. So her husband had to sit there and hear all the details. Who the hell is Corey Lewandowski? I don't know these people. Let's see.
So Secretary Noem, at any time.
Did I mess it up? So, oh my God, the New York Post gets on my nerves. All these damn commercials, child. That's not what I wanted to see. All right, F it. Sorry, y'all. What the fuck? Anyway, Homeland Security Kristi Noem didn't deny an affair with top aide Corey Lewandowski when she was asked under oath during dramatic testimony before Congress. What? She under oath to talk about an affair? The shocking exchange about her sex life came on Wednesday as Noem sat for questions before the House Judiciary Committee. Her husband, Byron, her husband's name is Byron? What in the world? Byron. All I hear is Byron from, what movie is that from? Byron. I forget. Anyway. Oh my God. Now my computer want to act like a jackass. Hold on, y'all. It's not even a StreamYard this time. Oh my God, come on. My bad. I think it's my computer. Sorry. Oh my goodness gracious. If it ain't one thing, it smells so. Can you hear me? Testing, testing, testing. Can you hear me? Testing, 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 testing. Can you hear me? What the fuck? What the fuck? Testing, 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 testing. Testing, testing. All right, I hear it. I hear it. All right. I guess it's all right. I guess it's all right. Can you hear me? Let me know that you can hear me, child. Lord help your people. If it wasn't for a problem, I thought I was good, done with problems for the day. Clearly not. Clearly not. Anyway, shout out to Dallas. I see you. Okay. All right. Hold on. I have to go back to all right, FSI. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. Back to Kristi Noem and her sex life. If y'all didn't know, now you know. All right, so now the audio is going to act up. So there we go. That takes care of that. In case that's part of the issue. Let's see. All right. Her husband's name is Bryn Mawr. Had left the hearing to catch a flight. However, by the time the questions got spicy, his rare appearance came as questions have swirled about Noem's relationship with Lewandowski, a longtime Trump strategist who serves as a special employee at DHS. So back here, this is Byron. Why I say it different before? Noem refused to directly answer when asked if she is having sexual relations with Lewandowski, calling the question garbage. Oh, girl. Have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski? Rep. Sidney Kamalager Dove, a Democrat from California, asked Noem, why are they asking her these questions? I wouldn't answer that shit either. I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today, Noem said in response. I would tell you is that he is a special government employee who works for the White House. There are thousands of them in the federal government. Kamalager Dove pushed back, telling Noem, you should be able to answer if someone asks if you or any federal official is sleeping with their subordinate. It's the easiest. You should be wanting to answer that question. It is garbage, Noem responded. It's about your judgment and decision-making, Kamalager Dove said. What a name, child. It is about conflict of interest. It's about national security. How the hell? Don't be trying to push it off on national security. What the hell? That's between her husband, and Lewandowski and his wife if he got one. Representative Jared Mikulski from Florida repeated the allegation, and Noem again refused to deny the alleged affair. I really think you need to say the word no into the record so that you can clear that up, Mosolski said. Child, I wish I think the ridiculousness of this and the tabloids that you are quoting and referencing are insane, Noem said. This is a thing I have refuted for years. Oh, no. Is that a no? Muskowski asked. This is what you do, Noem said, blasting him as a member of the liberal left. You say conservative women are stupid or sluts. I am neither, she added. Oh. She said, I ain't got time for your bullshit. Is this Lewandowski? Okay, this is Lewandowski. Corey Lewandowski. Questions are swirling about Corey Lewandowski's relationship with Kristi Noem. She just might be, child. Given the choice, she just might be. I don't know. Noem denied that report when questioned about it during the hearing. Oh, wait. Masowski ended his question time by announcing he had a gift for Noem. He held up a blanket, which was in reference to a report that Noem had the Coast Guard pilot of her government plane fired when he left her blanket behind. What? Noem denied that report when questioned about it during the hearing. This is what they wasting their time doing up there, so they ain't really doing shit but conversating about bullshit. I got you a new Coast Guard blankie for the one you lost, Masowski said. This is for you. You don't leave empty-handed. They all need to be fired. Lewandowski, 49, was Trump's first 2016 campaign manager and widely credited with engineering his victory in 2016. However, Lewandowski's star began to fade after he was accused of manhandling Breitbart reporter Michelle Fields following a Trump press conference in March 2016. He also served as a volunteer advisor to Noem when she was governor of South Dakota. Noem married Byron in 1982 in South Dakota. Child, they are white. South Dakota. They have 3 children. Byron Noem runs an insurance company. Lewandowski has been married to Allison Hardy since 2005. Wow. Don't let the people out of the sector of YouTube find out, because, child, they'll be all up in your business, child. Yeah, they probably did that shit, but, you know, allegedly. Because, child, if I got to look at him and then look at him, oh, no. Oh, and look at him. Yeah, that suit is nicer. I'm just saying. I don't know. It says that, child, they're going to be up there on the Jumbotron like them other two. And then they're going to end up coming out here and getting divorced or something like that, child. I can't take it. Anyway. White people, y'all is wilding out. I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. Good luck to Kristi Noem and Corey and Byron. Moving on, child. Moving on. This is white people, I believe. It says Texas contractor says he gambled away clients' money. Oh no. You can't even trust the white people with your money.
A realtor is raising concerns after her clients say they paid a local contractor for renovation work and were left with little to nothing in return. 6 Fix Investigate spoke with the family and realtor who brought the story forward and the contractor himself. 6 News reporter Juliana Jackson has the story. Julia.
Bailey, a clean military family says they paid a local contractor $16,000 upfront to renovate.
This is an interesting outfit. Very interesting.
Their home and were left with nothing but a gutted house. With the help from their realtor, they found multiple families with the same story. Altogether, the 4 families lost around $25,000. The contractor at the center of the work told us where the money went.
Where'd it go?
For Christina Mosier and her husband, a retired Army veteran, this was supposed to be a fresh start. When their tenant left, they were recommended to hire Robert Bowling, a local contractor, to renovate the home. Both parties signed a contract and...
Joe, what kind of shirt is that? White people, how y'all dressing? I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. This is a mess.
Work seemed to be right on schedule. So their realtor, Jennifer Huggins, went to check on the home.
Messaged us on a
Child, look at that. That looks like shit. What are we talking about? Nothing here looks good. I wouldn't move here.
Friday night, said it was about 90% done. Everything had been delivered. So I came out on Saturday for my clients, because they don't live in the area, to check and make sure that the house is where he said it was. And it wasn't.
A gutted kitchen, torn out flooring, demo debris still piled in the garage. The family paid Bowling $16,400 for materials and labor. When Huggins and the Mosier family tried to reach him, they say he went silent.
My husband is a veteran. He is a retired veteran. He served 24 years in the Army, and we are on a limited income.
Salute to your husband, child. But that man absconded with that money.
And this man did this.
Yes, him as well. Yeah. So all of
After
this
Huggins went to
underground, he pulled
social
all of that
media,
off the
3
back.
other Colleen families came forward with similar stories. Together, they say they lost an estimated $25,000. 6 News reached out to Robert Bowling for comment. He called back and agreed to speak on the record. Here is what he told us.
I panicked. I thought maybe a way to take care of the situation from there and not lose money was that I would try to gamble. I like to play poker, so I tried to.
Oh, no. Oh, no. He said, I'm trying to get some money. So he said, I'm going to go gamble because that's the best way to make some money.
He called back and agreed to speak on the record. Here is what he told us.
I panicked. I thought maybe a way to take care of the situation from there and not lose money was that I would try to gamble. I like to play poker, so I tried to play some poker. I didn't do very well, and I lost the majority of the money.
Did you use the Mosier family's money to gamble?
Yes.
Bowling told 6 News he underbid the job, realized he would take a loss, and says a gambling addiction he believed he had overcome resurfaced.
And I'm told.
Oh, all of a sudden, the gambling addiction came up when you didn't do what you were supposed to do after you got all that money, child.
I didn't do very well, and I lost the majority of the money.
Did you use the Mosier family's money to gamble?
Yes.
Bowling told 6 News he underbid the job, realized he would take a loss, and says a gambling addiction he believed he had overcome resurfaced.
And I'm totally wrong. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Bowling says he intends to repay the families when he can, but says he cannot do it at this time.
I intend to pay y'all, child, but I'm going to let you know when I can pay y'all. I mean, you don't get no house, you don't get no renovations, but I'll let you know when I'm ready, okay? Because that's how that's supposed to work, right, y'all? I'm going to let you know when I can pay you back, even though I know it's your livelihood. You don't like it? Too bad. You know the next thing that's about to happen, y'all? He's going to file bankruptcy and he won't have to pay it back. I promise you.
For the Mosier family, the home they hoped would net up to $100,000 in profit sold for just $90,000. Barely what they owed on the property.
Do your research, check license and everything else before you hire anybody to do a job.
Great information there at the end. Our homeowners in the 6 Fix Investigates did all of the steps, but if you're looking to hire a contractor, the Better Business Bureau says do your research. Get at least 3 written.
Oh, Lord, with the do your research. And I'm not saying not to do your research, but that don't guarantee shit, child. But good luck to those people. That's a mess. Like somebody said, that addiction never went away. Now all of a sudden he panics and he goes and he starts gambling. I'm gonna try to make the money back. I'm gonna go play poker. You know what? It didn't work out. I get you your money whenever I get the time. All right, and not a second beforehand. Let's go over to this white woman. I'm not gonna listen to this whole thing. This is on Law and Crime. Oh, Lord. Now it's StreamYard. Hold on. It says Bikini Mayor guilty of sex with son's young friend at a boozy pool. At a boozy, and I don't think it's little boozy, at a boozy pool party. Child, hide your kids, child. Hide your kids.
A bombshell verdict in the shocking case of a mayor accused of having sex with her son's underage teen friend at a pool party. This is video of former Mayor Misty Roberts leaving court per KPLC after what was the most shocking day of her trial. What the victim, the star witness for the prosecution, told jurors on the stand, and the damning line that he says the mayor said after she had sex with him. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Kristi Noem. Hey guys, real quick, we cover some pretty difficult stories here on Law and Crime. And when you find Misty Roberts, it's just so hard to comprehend. You have a woman who's a mom to 2 kids. She was a 2-term mayor. In fact, she was the first female mayor in her town's history. In a lot of ways, a real trailblazer. But she's also somebody who took advantage of a boy at a pool party. This is video per KPLC TV in Louisiana of former Mayor Roberts leaving court after a shocking verdict in her case. Now, before I get to that verdict and what could happen next, let's talk about this story because it is the kind you typically don't see, a top elected official accused of a sex crime like this. Now,
and she married. Oh, white people, what the fuck?
Roberts, she's a former mayor. She actually hasn't been the mayor of DeRidder, Louisiana since July 27th, 2024. And that's when she abruptly resigned from office. DeRidder is a small town, less than 10,000 people. It's about 4 hours from New Orleans. It's really in the southwest part of the state, close to the Texas border. Now, you go back to the day that she resigned in 2024, and it was really hard to make sense as to why this mayor, who had so much going for her, again, she had won her second term in 2022, things seemed to be going well. Why would she step down seemingly out of the blue? But then days later, the people of DeRidder got their answer. Misty Roberts was arrested for allegedly having sex with a 16-year-old boy at a pool party. Robert
16. 16. I like that shirt, but you desperate ass biatch. What the look, her kids is young. You can see their young faces. This little girl might be 16, 15 or something like that.
Would she step down, seemingly out of the blue? But then days later, the people of DeRidder got their answer. Misty Roberts was arrested for allegedly having sex with a 16-year-old boy at a pool party. Roberts was initially charged with third-degree rape and a misdemeanor charge of contributing to the delinquency of juveniles for allegedly providing the alcohol for the party at her house. The road to this verdict has taken years. This was not the first time that Roberts was on trial in this particular case. And her first trial actually ended in a mistrial. That was after her defense argued that judges who oversaw the grand jury proceedings had been recused from the case. So prosecutors had to file a new indictment against Roberts. And this time she was charged with carnal knowledge of a juvenile and indecent behavior of a juvenile. Those are charges that she faced in the trial that we're now talking about. So let's break down what authorities say happened at this boozy pool party in 2024. Now, Louisiana is a state where they don't allow cameras in the courtroom. So we were not able to see the testimony for ourselves. And we have been relying on the media reports by local outlets like KPLC TV, which did a great job covering every single day of this trial. Now, before we get to what was the finale of the trial, this bombshell verdict, let's talk about the testimony in this case. And the star witness in this case was the victim. And it appears that he was the last witness to take the stand. And all the testimony from the several witnesses and the people who took the stand in this trial, it centers around this pool party that was held in the summer of 2024. So Mayor Roberts holds this pool party, and it's not a pool party, it seems, really for adults. It was a pool party that was for her kids and their friends. Roberts has a son and a daughter, both appear to be teenagers, and prosecutors say that there are text messages, and there are text messages that they presented to the jury, of Roberts asking her son what kind of alcohol he wants at the party. This kid is roughly 16 years old, so he...
What in the... This is the mayor. This is the damn mayor. My minor son, what kind of alcohol would you like at your party? I'm the good mom. I'm the cool mom. She's like Stifler's mom. She's trying to be like Stifler's mom. If you know, you know.
He is not 21. Prosecutors say that they have pictures from this party, and those pictures allegedly show kids holding drinks by the pool. And then you have the mayor, according to KPLC, she was reportedly in a bikini with her alleged victim by her side. So this party was already something that, as you're hearing this, you might look at it sideways, this mom providing booze for her kids. And she was also reportedly very much part of this pool party. Witnesses reported that she was being flirty with the 16-year-old victim, that she was dancing at this party in a swimsuit. There was a picture that KPLC...
What a great mom. What a great way to act in front of your kids as friends at their party. Nice, mom. Nice.
TV said that prosecutors called lewd. That was shown to jurors, and it's a picture of the mayor in her swimsuit with the victim. But the reporter also said that when you look at the picture, you can't really see the majority of their bodies. But again, it was described by prosecutors as lewd. Now, as the night went on, the mayor reportedly goes into a room with the 16-year-old victim, and in that room is where they had sex. The mayor's own son testified that he saw his mom sleeping with a 16-year-old through a crack in a window. Then you have...
What? Oh my God. So your own damn son. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow.
The mayor reportedly goes into a room with the 16-year-old victim, and in that room is where they had sex. The mayor's own son testified that he saw his mom sleeping with a 16-year-old through a crack in a window. Then you have Robert's nephew, who said that he used his phone's camera to see what the mayor was doing inside the room. And he told a courtroom that he was unsure if he ever hit record, so it's not like he sent a video to anybody, but he turned his phone over to investigators. He said that his Snapchat history was wiped because he was afraid that there would be pictures of him drinking at this party that would get him in trouble. Now, on Tuesday, the victim took the stand, really the star witness for the prosecution. And this was after days of testimony and several witnesses, everything built to this point. And that victim on the stand did say that Mayor Roberts had sex with him inside the room in the house. He said he was very drunk at the time. And what seems to be one of the most damning lines from the entire trial, the victim told the jury that after sex, the mayor gets into this very vocal, verbal fight with her son and reportedly told her son, quote, "Go find your friend. He's the one who did it." Now, the victim's mom, she testified.
You whore. So then after you do it, because you then found out probably that they all knew, because this is the other thing that I always say about this stuff. You think these kids gonna keep this shit to themselves? Y'all are so stupid. Y'all are so desperate. Y'all are such whores. You think that these kids are going to keep this shit to themselves. They never do. And I'm not blaming them at all. They never do. So in other words, at the party, because everybody was drunk and these are kids and they don't know how to handle their liquor since they're kids, right? The one with the picture saw it, the son saw it. That means everybody else saw it. They started talking about it. So then when you come out there and everybody talking about you, then you want to sit up here and start a fight. Then you want to act like it's everybody else's fault and problem. Then you want to blame the damn kid. Like, is this narcissistic? Crazy for show. Whoredom for show. Definitely took advantage of him and tried to play all these people. How the hell did you not know how this would end? How in the hell do you not know how this is going to end? They can never keep anything to themselves. She's so desperate. Wow. This is y'all's mayor?
Testified earlier in the week. And she said that her son had told her that the mayor had sex with him. And she even said that she texted the mayor asking if she was pregnant. Now think about being a parent and having to send that to another person your age about your child. Mayor Roberts allegedly replied to that text saying that she was on birth control, but she would take Plan B, the emergency contraceptive that's used to prevent pregnancy.
So we just talked about it. Child, this is what white people do. White people, is this what y'all do? Child, let me call you up. Girl, you think you're pregnant? Girl, I'm on birth control. Don't worry about it. Let me go ahead and get a Plan B and we're going to take care of it because I don't want to have his kid either. All right, girl, let me know how it goes. Wow.
Pregnancy that people often take after having sex. And reportedly, the mayor actually ordered Plan B on DoorDash. The driver testified in this trial that there was a user named Misty C.
Not another one with the DoorDash, y'all. Didn't we have another case where they DoorDash the Plan B? Oh, that was what isn't that what is that what happened with that passport bro? I could have swore we had another case where they just they Ubered or whatever, Instacarted the damn Plan B, and somebody said, now wait a damn minute. Wow.
Who he delivered Plan B to. And he said he knew it was the house of Mayor Misty Roberts because he actually brought his kids to the house on Halloween for trick-or-treating. This is a small town. So the defense pointed out throughout this trial that the victim's mom did not go to the police when she learned that her son claimed to have had sex with the mayor. The mom reportedly said she didn't go to the police because they live in a small town and the boss of the police is the mayor. Instead, she met with local prosecutors. Another key witness in this trial was Misty Roberts' ex-husband. He testified that Misty directly confessed to having sex with the teenager. He says,
child, white people, y'all got it. Y'all win. White people, y'all win. Child, listen, let me tell you something. Child, white people can get along with about anything. How the hell you gonna tell your ex-husband that you had ex with your son's friend that's all underage and y'all just talking? How you gonna be the mother of the victim and then you go and say, child, are you pregnant? She gonna be like, girl, I'm on birth control, but let me get a Plan B. She's like, all right, girl, keep me child, is definitely some white people stuff. Black people gonna be fighting, threatening, calling, coming over, getting their friends, all that type of crap. Woo! Good luck to Louisiana and their mayor. I think it was Louisiana or somewhere near there. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Moving on, child. That's too much. I was not expecting all that. Moving on. I don't know what this is about. I don't know if they're white or not, but it says FBI investigating Kansas City mayor. Oh, these mayors. These mayors are wilding. FBI investigating Kansas City Mayor Pro Tem and husband. Lord help your people.
From the station working for you, this is breaking news from Fox 4.
Breaking tonight and only on Fox 4. The FBI is investigating Kansas City, Missouri's Mayor Pro Tem and her husband, the Director of Public Works. I'm John Holt.
I'm Bria Love. A city leader confirmed what 5 other individual sources told Fox 4. They say investigators have interviewed current and former city employees about Raina Park Shaw and Michael Shaw's use of taxpayer dollars. Fox 4's Malik Jackson, he's breaking the story for us tonight. He's spoken to a number of sources with knowledge of the investigation, and he's joining us in studio. Malik?
Yeah, good evening, Bria and John. I first received a tip about this 8 months ago, and I've interviewed 5 people who set for interviews with the FBI. Each one tells me the FBI asked questions about Mayor Pro Tem Raina Park Shaw and Public Works Director Michael Shaw. Today, City Manager Mario Vasquez confirms with Fox 4 he was aware of interviews conducted by the FBI dating back to January of last year. Tonight, on the record, Mayor Pro Tem Raina Park Shaw, who says she is unaware of this investigation. Do you have any response to people saying that you are using this office in his position for the profession?
Oh, back to the colors. Back to the colors. Another mayor, Pro Tem, using money, taxpayer money. Shout out to Doogie. Shout out to Big Tiff. It's never ending, y'all. Anybody need some money? Just go ahead and run for mayor. And it looks like you're going to have some damn money.
Personal gain.
Yeah, it's not true.
Mayor Pro Tem Raina Park Shaw, who has already announced she's running for mayor, and her husband Michael Shaw, the current Public Works Director, under the microscope. All of the people we spoke with are current or former city employees who fear retaliation that could affect their careers. They tell us their interviews with the FBI all centered on the same line of questioning. Did the mayor pro tem and her husband use their combined authority for their own financial and professional gain? The FBI would not confirm or deny the existence of an investigation, which is their standard practice. But we followed the trail of investigators, including reviewing communications between agents and sources. We also reviewed contracts awarded and campaign donations.
It is very serious. The federal government certainly has jurisdiction to oversee abuses of power, abuses of position.
Wait, man, what is that ring you got on? That looks mighty feminine.
Time you have an elected official or an appointed official, and they're using their position in order to gain something of value.
Here are documents provided to the FBI by one of our sources who was interviewed. It shows contracts awarded to people who have made campaign donations to Park Shaw. Fox 4 also viewed communications between people inside of City Hall and the city's legal department. The communications informed city leaders that Michael Shaw had sent emails from his personal account soliciting contributions to his wife's mayoral campaign from people who were seeking permits from the city, permits that had not yet been approved.
Oh, you want that permit? I'm gonna need you to make a donation to my wife's campaign. Oh, you think you're gonna open up a what? I'm gonna need you to go and make a donation to my wife's campaign. Was he the heavy?
Is that appropriate behavior? I don't have any direct knowledge of that, but no, if that is the case, that's definitely inappropriate.
Today, City Manager Mario Vasquez confirmed for Fox 4 that 6 months ago, the city received a grand jury subpoena for records of contracts and vendors.
I'm in a difficult spot, given the relationship with the director and Mayor Pro Tem. But then notwithstanding, I think it's still my responsibility to take it up with the director, and I will do that.
These are just some of the allegations brought up by the 5 sources who sat for interviews with the Federal Bureau of Investigations. They tell Fox 4 there is more, but the Mayor Pro Tem tells me she has no knowledge of an investigation.
So you're not aware of anything?
No, I'm not aware of that. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
I'm unaware as well.
So they don't know that there's an investigation.
I think no comment. I would want to learn a lot more before I discuss anything, but that surprises me, and I hope to learn more very soon.
Greg Watt, who is a former state prosecutor and current federal defense attorney, stresses these investigations take time.
I suspect that there's more than enough evidence.
Yeah, it's still taking time with Big Tiff. When is Big Tiff going to get indicted? I don't think she's going to jail, y'all. I don't think she's going to jail. I think she escaped it all. Good luck to Big Tiff, though, child. All right, moving on. That's all I think. I thought maybe that was white people, Kansas City and all. Clearly, I was wrong. Moving on. All right, back to the college, child, for sure. Because I know y'all heard about this. And this is in Detroit. Shout out to Anton said. Everything is Anton's fault, okay? Not Jermaine anymore. It's Anton. Ann Arbor Smoothie King workers fired for denying Trump supporters. Oh, well, sounds like they did the right thing.
Well, 2 workers at a Smoothie King in Ann Arbor fired. Viral video showed them allegedly refusing service to a couple because one of them is wearing a Trump hoodie. Let's get live to Fox 2's Dave Kinchin in Ann Arbor with a look at the controversy. Dave.
Yeah, Rip, this video has gone ultra viral. Now, this is the Smoothie King behind me here on Jackson Road in Ann Arbor, where all of this went down. What we can tell you is the couple that says they're victims in this case recorded the exchange they had with those 2 now fired workers. Listen.
We were just wanting a smoothie, and you literally looked at us, and I asked you if everything was okay. You said, we don't feel comfortable serving you because of my husband's hoodie. That is discrimination.
Okay, well, have a great day.
That is illegal.
So that's illegal to do.
So here's what happened at this Ann Arbor Smoothie King. The 2 workers are out of jobs after refusing to serve Erica and her husband, Jake of Dearborn Heights. Jake is wearing a hoodie with President Trump's name on it. The workers said they did not feel comfortable in this encounter, and the couple says they were clearly discriminated against, so much so a GoFundMe page was set up, created to help them fight their legal case that they believe they had. But is this really an act of discrimination that violates the Constitution? Well, we took that question to Detroit attorney Jonathan Marco for his take, but first, here's another look.
I don't even think it's got to go that far. This is your job. Do your job and keep your funky ass thoughts to your GD self. See, this is how bad things have gotten, and not even bad in a way where it's like, oh, it's bad. It's stupid bad. It's stupid bad, and people want to allow their friends, family, and kids to get away with this shit. Oh, they got a Trump shirt on, so I don't want nothing to do with you. But then these will be the same people talking about how they're so wonderful and they contribute to the same shit. You're no different. You're just on the other damn side. Wow. Just do your damn job. So now you're out of a job. You viral. Who is going to hire her now, Bueller? See, I'm telling you, nobody ever thinks ahead. Nobody thinks ahead. You just think because you got a battery in your back, as they say, because all these black people telling you that anybody that supports Trump is racist, anybody that's a Republican is racist, anybody that's MAGA is a racist. So then open your own business. Because I promise you, you ain't working many more places. I mean, you're only working at the Smoothie King. No shade, Smoothie King. You're only working at the Smoothie King. Who the hell wants all this on their business? Nobody. Who wants all this in their life if they should hire this woman? Nobody. Nobody. Never, ever, ever think about consequences or thinking ahead. Never, ever, ever.
You're awesome.
And I got no empathy.
Awesome.
I have no sympathy.
You're awesome.
And if she ends up on...
Awesome.
This is one of the ways that people end up with, living in hotels, okay? Absolutely. Absolutely. You are awesome. Thank you so much, Reaper. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, everybody. If you got a membership, please thank Dr. Reaper. 20 memberships. Thank you so much. Always, always, always supporting the channel. So very, very generous of you. I appreciate you. Shout out to you and all the channel members. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you. Definitely the stream sponsor. 20 memberships is $100. Thank you, hun. So much. Thank you. Appreciate you. These people would be able to spend that if they knew how to keep their mouths shut.
You're awesome.
But they don't know how to keep their mouths shut. They don't understand when it's appropriate to say something and when it's not. And now that you've gone viral, you look like a complete and utter fool. So if you don't ever work again and you end up on Skid Row or you end up in a whole damn tell, I have no empathy and no sympathy. Because you don't think ahead and because she don't sound like she much more than 22, 21. 22, 21. And this is the best use of your time. Serve them damn people that whatever they ordered and shut your ass up and go on to work. Can't do that. You're not gonna tell me. This is a classic case of it. You're not gonna tell me. You know what? Them bosses told you now, didn't they? Those bosses told you now, didn't they? They said you the F on up out of here. Shout out to the Smoothie King. Shout out to the Smoothie King. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. Again, thank you so much, Reaper. I appreciate you. Melissa Waco Davenport up in here. Appreciate you, boo. She said Reaper rocks. Absolutely, he does, as always. As well as you. Let's finish this mess. This is so stupid.
Look at that video.
Hey, you know that's a crime, right?
It's not.
Discrimination
We
is a
have the
crime.
right to refuse service here, and that's what we
Not
did.
due to political views, though.
A lot of people are surprised to find out that the constitutional freedom of speech does not apply to private businesses, which means private businesses can discriminate based on political viewpoint. If you could refuse service to somebody with a MAGA hat, or you could refuse service to somebody with a Kamala Harris hat. It's just the law. Now, there are some specific states that do have laws protecting political speech, including in the public venue. Michigan is not one of them. And the Constitution itself, freedom of speech, does not apply to private businesses.
Now, Smoothie King.
So he can say that, right? But if you take a step back and you think about it, first of all, Smoothie King does not want this type of attention, first of all. Second of all, it looks like if you don't say something or do something, that means you lean towards what that person who makes $6 an hour says. If you don't take action, then that means you're going to be looked at as taking that person's views. And in this political climate or any political climate, you don't want to look like you lean to nowhere unless you're just one that wants to put that information out there. So Smoothie King had to take action because they don't want their business interrupted over a biatch who doesn't understand that she need to serve the drink like Reaper saying, shut the fuck up. Nah, she got to be out here letting everybody know that I let you know you a racist and I'm not going to do it. Don't do it. Because there'll be somebody who will come and do it, follow the damn rules, and then they'll go home with a damn paycheck and they'll move on to whatever is next while you go viral for the dumbest of things These people don't think about reputation, reputational risk. They don't think about consequences. Well, now you receive some. Because even if they are private, they said, you're the fuck out of here. Now somebody else do it. Now let somebody else do it. They did the right damn thing.
His corporate office posted a statement on its social media that says, in part, quote, the franchise owner has taken immediate action and the two employees involved are no longer with the business. Both the franchise owner and Smoothie King Corporate have reached out to the guest several times to apologize and will continue to follow up. The local owner is also taking...
Imagine if a gang, not in a bad way, but a gang of MAGAs showed up. Let me not say MAGA because the shirt said Trump. But imagine a bunch of Trump supporters came down there and started saying, ain't no way we ever gonna come here. Ain't nobody ever gonna come here. Where's this at? Detroit, Michigan, mainly black, probably, allegedly. But no. And then they start saying, don't nobody come here. Because let me tell you something, allegedly, I'm gonna go out on a limb. When the Trump supporters and the MAGAs and all of them say they're going to do something or they not going to do something, they typically do it or not do whatever the hell it is they say they do or not going to do. Child, y'all know the colors can't stick to nothing. Child, y'all know the colors can't stick for nothing. Stick to nothing. They going to stick to it. That's why they always giving all that money to people that do Ghosts and Give. Ghosts and Give? Ghosts and Give, I think is what it is. Or GoFundMe or whatever, when something stupid happens, where as long as you had shut your fucking face, it wouldn't have been an issue. As long as you had shut your fucking face, nobody would have known about this. But because you can't control your damn self, now you fired. You ain't gonna work nowhere else. Smoothie King gotta run out here and make sure they do damage control. Nobody takes into consideration how much a company has to pay for that. Nobody thinks about none of that. Oh, you got money, because everybody knows so much about business and don't even know about keeping their damn mouth shut.
Taking further action and enforcing mandatory retraining for all employees that outlines our guest experience standards. Now, we did reach out to that couple to get a comment, find out more about their take on all of this. We haven't heard back just yet. Now, tonight on The Edge, we flipped the script a little bit. What about those two fired workers? Do they have a case in all of this in terms of constitutionality? Well, we talked with Attorney Marco about that on The Edge tonight. For now, reporting live in Ann Arbor.
Oh, we don't care. Anyway, F around and find out. I got no sympathy for either of them. Mind the business that pays you, which would be Smoothie King in that case. But no. Y'all already know. All right, let me get into some of this food stamp stuff because we got other stuff to get into that's better than that. All right. Pause. All right, let's look at this. Look at this mess right here. Who in Pittsburgh, child? Employee exposed himself to customers at Pittsburgh area Denny's. Child, what is wrong with y'all? Child, what is wrong with y'all?
A man is charged with exposing himself in a restaurant in West Mifflin. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Rice.
And I'm Christine Sorensen. Ross Gadani has more, including how the restaurant manager told police it's not the first time the suspect acted inappropriately in front of customers.
According to the criminal complaint filed by the West Mifflin Police, what Zachary Ryan Hiles allegedly did were vile actions with complete disregard for bystanders. Court records say Hiles, an employee of the West Mifflin...
Child, this definitely back to white people. He white.
Denny's was allegedly leering at a group of female diners.
Leering?
And according to what witnesses...
Does leering mean leering or does leering mean learning? We need the details, John.
Disregard for bystanders. Court records say Hiles, an employee of the West Mifflin Denny's, was allegedly leering at a group of female diners. And according to what witnesses told police, Hiles then began to pull his genitals from his pants and began to touch himself.
Oh, come on! Come on, Hiles! Can you imagine being in First of all, I would never go to Denny's ever. Okay? Can you imagine being in Denny's and somebody's, first of all, just leering at you, so they really mean leering and not learning, just leering at you, and then all of a sudden they just reach your hand down and oh my God. What is wrong with people?
Denny's was allegedly leering at a group of female diners. And according to what witnesses told police, Hiles then began to pull his genitals from his pants and began to touch himself.
Oh, my God. That's insane. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Christopher.
Ridiculous. Absolutely. You heard that, man. He said ridiculous. I think he did it on purpose. I hope he wasn't making no food.
Cornetta says he dines here all the time. He says every time he's been here, it's been a pretty good experience.
Yes, I really do. I really enjoy the business they have, the crowd they bring in and everything. And yes, they're very nice to me.
Police say the incident occurred late Sunday afternoon. One of the alleged victims ran from the restaurant and got in her car. The victim telling police it was a, quote, traumatic experience. Carol and Bob Mack, who dine here every so often, say that would make sense.
I just said to my husband I could understand that.
According to the criminal complaint, Hiles was told by his manager, quote, he needed to leave for the night. The manager, according to court records, then told investigators this was not the first time that Hiles made inappropriate comments or action.
So y'all didn't get rid of Hiles. Y'all let him stay. Definitely white.
Hiles was told by his manager, quote, he needed to leave for the night. The manager, according to court records, then told investigators this was not the first time that Hiles made inappropriate comments or action. Restaurant management now tell police Hiles' employment has been terminated.
Now, you know why, y'all? Because now it's national news, or at least local big news. Because if this has happened before, why didn't y'all fire him before? Oh yeah, nobody knew about it. So it's like, child, get it together. We ain't got time for this. All right, go take care of yourself. Don't do that shit here, and I'll allow you to stay. This time, the news knows, and they said, you know what? You got to go, Hiles, because you're bringing disparaging media towards this company. Yeah, last time we let you slide. So honestly, this Denny's ain't shit either, honestly, at the end of the day. I don't even know how they could go in there before all this, but now afterwards,
something got to be done ASAP, and you know, if they don't take care of it, and if he's doing it here, he's doing it at other restaurants.
Hiles is awaiting arraignment on multiple charges to include indecent exposure and assault. In West Mifflin, Roskidon.
Damn, not assault. Ooh, okay. So just bringing it out as assault. Let's go over here to Ollie's. Is Ollie's a grocery store? It says rodent infestation closes Ollie's store in Pittsburgh. Oh, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Y'all are off the hook. Well, we're off the hook today.
Store in Greensburg is temporarily closed after inspectors found rodents inside. Eric Stanish reports it's not the first time Ollie's Bargain Outlet has had to shut down.
Customers could be seen showing up here over and over again today, surprised to find that the doors were locked, and then shocked when they saw this sign stating the store was closed for an infestation.
I was out for a walk and just thought I'd stop by, and I saw that they were closed. I was a little surprised.
Surprised by this sign on the front door stating Ollie's Bargain Outlet is temporarily closed by order for an infestation.
So what the hell do you get in Ollie's, Bueller? What the hell do you get there? I guess it's not grocery store.
Because I heard somebody posted a video where they pulled.
Is this like a Big Lots or something?
Temporarily closed by order for an infestation.
Because I heard somebody posted a video where they pulled up a bag of chips and the mice went off in different directions.
Oh my gosh, it's right there. Yes. Mike Tadero is talking about this video shared with KDKA TV by another customer who was shopping inside the store in January. According to an inspection report by the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture 2 days ago, an inspector found rodent activity in multiple areas of the store, along with excess droppings and urine. And KDKA is learning this isn't the first time the store has faced this issue. An inspection report back in August found the store in violation after finding rodents in the birdseed area. Did you see it? Yes. The Department of Agriculture.
Not rodents in the birdseed area. Even the birds aren't safe.
Agriculture stated in its inspection report that the store must remain closed until all pests are eliminated and the facility.
Oh, right next door to the Dollar Tree. So you think ain't nothing over there?
Rodents in the birdseed area. Did you see it? Yes. The Department of Agriculture stated in its inspection report that the store must remain closed until all pests are eliminated and the facility.
Papa John's next to the Dollar Tree.
Facility is cleaned.
I hope they get it all worked out.
We reached out to Ollie's to learn what they're doing to ensure that the store is clean and safe and how soon they could reopen. We'll post their response to our website, kdka.com, as soon as we get one.
Child, ain't nobody going back there. Well, that's not true, because child looked like they was going back to Denny's. Child, what is wrong with y'all? Sometimes you got to just let shit go, child. Sometimes you just got to let shit go. Ollie's. Good old Ollie's. The equivalent to, what is it called? Big Lots. I don't go there either. Not anymore. I used to. Not often, but I don't like it. Anyway, Moving on to these damn food stamps. All right, I don't know where this is at. It says clock is ticking to meet the new work requirements because y'all know these people don't want to work. Y'all know these people don't want to work. They should just get it for free.
Receiving SNAP, there are new work requirements for some able-bodied adults that could impact your benefits. News 10 NBC investigative reporter Jennifer Lupi explains who needs to start working or volunteering.
Who needs to start working or volunteering?
And when, in order to keep getting food assistance. More than 100,000 people in Monroe County alone get SNAP benefits every month, and about half of them may need to meet these new requirements or prove that they should be exempt from them. And you have to act right now.
The new work requirements start March 1st.
The stakes are very high and the impact is becoming very real.
Here's the deal. If you're between the ages of 18 and 64, physically and mentally able to work, and you're not carrying...
It says physically and mentally. That might be the out right there, mentally, because most of these people is crazy.
For a child under the age of 14, you now need to work, volunteer, or train for a job for at least 20 hours per week. If you don't meet the requirements or qualify for an exemption, you will lose your SNAP benefits. The first folks who need to be concerned about this are those who are set to recertify.
Every 12 months, individuals have to recertify. So as of March 1st, we're targeting the first 4,000 in the cycle. Every month, the numbers will change.
The county is sending letters to everyone impacted.
But it's critical for those, especially those 4,000 people, to get online and figure out where you are in that and get the help that you need, because you have a 3-month period to get that work or volunteer opportunity. Otherwise, you could be subjected to a 36-month waiting period before you can become eligible again.
Ooh, I didn't know there was a 3-year penalty. Oh, they messing around like that? Now they got to give them special calls and letters and everything. Child, please.
The county tells me that thousands of people have already addressed this head on and have either gotten jobs or volunteer work or proved that they should be exempt from the requirement, but thousands more still need to do that, and they need to do it now. There are a series of workshops, public workshops that the county is holding to answer questions about this and help people through the paperwork.
Girl, if you don't go someplace and put a coat on, I can't take it. I'm cold just looking at her, child. Anyway, good luck to those people, but not really. Moving on. I don't even know where that's at. Millions of KVUE. Millions of dollars in SNAP benefits stolen. Oh no, now they're stealing stamps.
A KVU Defenders investigation reveals tens of millions of dollars.
Child, why does he not look real? He looked like a cross between Sierra's husband, some other football player, an Arabian or something. Like, what is going on?
And food assistance benefits have been stolen from Texans in need.
It's part of a nationwide surge
I blame Jasmine Crockett.
in stolen benefits from card skimming and fraud. Investigative reporter Darrenisha Heron has been digging into what the state is doing to fix this.
Millions of Texans rely on the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, to feed their families. It's funded with your federal tax dollars and is run by the state. But the feds are no longer reimbursing for stolen benefits, leaving the solution to each state. And through our investigation, we found the state of Texas.
Oh, girl, that wig is bigger than you. What is going on? Why do wig match the outfit so much? Some of these country stations are a bit too much. There will be no Dennis Sperling slander here, though. No Dennis Sperling slander.
Could be doing a lot more to protect families from fraud.
There's nothing like grandma's cooking.
As of now, everybody's like my cooking.
It's a labor of love.
My grandkids the most. My dad said my cooking reminds him of my mom's cooking.
Keeping their favorites on the stove.
Girl, is that your real face?
My oldest, he likes the white rice.
Has been hard for Esmeralda Morales.
But they like it with butter.
Girl, are you legal?
Yeah.
Providing for 6 people.
Those are my 2 grandbabies.
6 people?
My senior dad lives with me. My 2 grandchildren. My daughter.
Just days before.
Your grandchildren? Where did mama at?
For Christmas.
When I was at the grocery store and I had the basket full of groceries, I'm like, I'm going to check it again to make sure it got deposited. And so it showed 0. And so like maybe they didn't deposit.
Sure enough, the money was deposited. Looking at her account, $497 deposited at 12 a.m. By 12:56, all of her money was gone.
Oh no, we still doing this?
2 transactions at a Target and Walmart.
The address was somewhere in New Jersey.
From over 1,600 miles
I told y'all Jersey ain't shit. I told y'all Jersey ain't shit.
away.
And I checked my purse. I'm like, I have my card.
Esmeralda's is a typical case of SNAP fraud against low-income families, a nationwide issue. The U.S. Government Accountability Office found in a 2-year span from October 2022 to December 2024, more than $320 million in SNAP benefits were stolen from nearly 679,000 households across the country. But Texas is among the states hit hardest by fraud. The state investigated its first case in 2022. By the end of 2024, more than $21 million in benefits stolen from nearly 40,000 Texas households. Esmeralda reported her missing money to the Texas Health and Human Services Commission, which manages the electronic benefit transfer system for.
Remember when they was doing this in Baltimore, which I'm sure they're still doing, and they was like, we can't help y'all. And they was standing outside at midnight to get their benefits.
SNAP recipients in their Lone Star cards. But she could not get reimbursed.
I was just upset. I was crying.
Federal funding for fraud reimbursements expired in December 2024.
I was thinking about how am I going to get groceries for, the 2 weeks, 3 weeks that they last, So I was able to get a loan up the street, and they approved me for $200.
So how does it happen? SNAP benefits can be
a loan up the street. Does that mean it was one of those, what is it? Loan? Is it a loan shark? I forget what it's called. She went up there and gave up her card title in order to get that 200. Anyway, I'm not about to listen to 7 minutes of this. Moving on, child. Moving on. Maryland. Baltimore. It says grace period ends for some SNAP recipients. Get your ass to work.
State leaders estimate up to 80,000 additional Marylanders will be impacted by new work requirements. They'll be impacted on a rolling basis. There's a 3-month grace period from when people recertify their benefits. The founder here at For My City estimates more people will turn to organizations like his for food. Walk into For My City at almost any hour, any weekday, and you'll see people in line for food.
We've seen a constant rise in new participants in our program. A lot of families knew this was taking effect this month. We saw 535 new signups in our program last month alone.
And Christopher Dipner expects even more people coming through his doors in the coming months. March is the first month some people could lose their SNAP benefits if they do not comply with new work requirements.
Access to food should be easy. Bad is, it's going to be an overwhelming response, especially to organizations like us.
We think there's going to be a tremendous impact of the Trump administration's law.
Before the One Big Beautiful Bill, Baltimore City had a waiver for SNAP work requirements to allow more people to participate in the program without having to fulfill work requirements.
So in other words, everybody got to get everything for free because Baltimore said, you know what, y'all, we're going to go ahead, allegedly, we're going to go ahead, yes, payday loan too. Yeah, thank you, big boy. We're going to go ahead and we're going to give y'all this so that y'all will shut up about what we allegedly are doing with regard to all the money that we allegedly using on cakes, going away parties, Ravens seats and the Oreo seats and all that stuff. Child, yeah, we'll give you them funky ass food stamps and you ain't got to work for it because we know y'all be happy with that.
Impact of the Trump administration's law.
Before the One Big Beautiful Bill, Baltimore City had a waiver for SNAP work requirements to allow more people to participate in the program without having to fulfill work requirements because of the city's unemployment rate.
So your city basically enabled you and allowed y'all to not do what was required, just like I think it was One True said a second ago, or Albert. These have always been the rules. It really has been. They're just being enforced now. You always had to do something. Now the age part of it may have changed, and I don't like that he pushed it up for the older side, but it is what it is. You can volunteer at a senior center or something like that. But now they're finally having it to be enforced.
After the bill passed, the city lost its exemption from SNAP work requirements, and new groups of people across the state now have to show they're working, volunteering, or participating in a work program at least 20 hours a week. Those groups include people experiencing homelessness, veterans, youth formerly in foster care under the age of 24, adults 55 to 64, and adults who do not have a child under 14 living at home. Leaders with the Maryland Department of Human Services say there are barriers for some people.
I think the most common barriers that we've seen historically and currently is transportation and childcare.
But leaders,
transportation and childcare, yeah.
With the state and nonprofit leaders are working to remove barriers to make sure people are able to eat with or without their SNAP benefits.
For my city, our focus is just access to food, right?
Dipnarine says people are also turning to him for volunteer and job opportunities to help them meet the requirements. The state is also rolling out new tools and expanding programs to try to help people through this. We'll put more information for you on our website. In Southwest Baltimore.
Of course. So Southwest Baltimore, shout out to Doogie, making sure that everybody can get their stuff for free so that they don't say nothing and he can go around and get all his ish on what it is he's doing. And yes, we saw the truck for $100 and almost $70,000 and all the rest of that shit that we watched the other day. But, you know, what do we know? We don't know shit. New York SNAP recipients to face stricter rules starting in March. Everybody should have been getting ready. We knew about this last damn year.
There are new changes coming to SNAP benefits next month. And with those changes are expected impacts for anyone who relies on the food assistance program. Stricter rules to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, are coming to New York. Starting March 1st, federal work requirements are changing for recipients to keep their benefits. Adults ages 18 to 64 will have to record at least 80 hours per month of work to receive SNAP for more than 3 months in a 3-year period.
There's a change in the documentation that's required, and then there's a change in what sanctions will be imposed if people don't meet the requirements.
Angela Odoms-Young teaches nutrition courses at Cornell University. She explains the impacts expected, including an immediate reliance on charitable food organizations.
It's predicted that a lot of people will lose their benefits, and some of that will just be related to documentation. If people
all they got to do is get the documentation in.
Lose their benefits, where are they going to go? They're going to depend on those community-based agencies that are providing food, and that's the charitable food system, so that they will go and seek support.
There are certain exemptions to the changes for those.
All this great food we see, canned food, ramen noodles.
With certain disabilities, those who are pregnant or caregivers. Officials encourage recipients to be prepared before the new month arrives.
The immediate effect is people off the program. And that's clear. You know, we know from other examples that the immediate effect, while people are trying to figure things out, that there's a gap in benefits.
The state encourages SNAP recipients worried about losing these benefits to watch their mail closely and contact their local social services office for more information.
Get the Rochester first streaming.
Oh, shit. That went quick. All right. My bad. I wasn't even ready. Let's go to Katu. Good old Katu. State agencies steer SNAP recipients to free job training to meet the 80-hour rule. Oh, so they giving you some help. Look at that. Look at that.
And new tonight at 6, the Oregon Department of Human Services is encouraging SNAP recipients to take advantage of free employment and training services.
And that's because many SNAP recipients will now have to prove that they are working or that they're trying to work. K2's Thanvi Varma joins us from outside a WorkSource building in Southeast Portland. Thanvi, SNAP recipients get a 3-month grace period.
Exactly, Deb. So basically, these new rules went into effect statewide in January, and now SNAP recipients have, if they want their benefits beyond 3 months, they have to prove that they were working and a slew of other things. And that's why law enforcement officials are saying that it's important for us to get the word out now, because it's month 3 of the year.
It's helping.
This SNAP recipient does not want to show his face. According to the Oregon Department of Human Services, 1 in 6 Oregonians is like him, relying on food stamps to eat. We met him here at WorkSource Oregon in Southeast Portland. It's a place where folks can get help securing a job.
I want to get my commercial driver's license.
He was worried that he may not be able to fulfill the new federal requirements. Starting this year, SNAP recipients must show they are doing 80 hours of work a month. This can be through self-employment, volunteering, by trading work for housing, or by showing proof that they're in a SNAP employment and training program. The man we spoke to fell into an exemption because he has sole custody of his young daughter. But for folks who do not qualify for an exemption, the Oregon Department of Human Services says they can help.
And we would be happy to walk you through the process and get you connected with a case manager at a WorkSource center who can help you build a plan to meet your work requirements.
WorkSource case managers can guide SNAP recipients to trainings.
It could be a short-term goal, such as forklift driver. Truck driver is a big one. We have
a forklift driver and a driver. Okay, they sounds like, no shade, y'all. It sounds like men's jobs. You think these women, for the most part, you think they're going to get out there and be forklift drivers, Bueller?
A lot of commercial driver license folks that are interested in going to truck driving school.
You think these women about to go to truck driver school?
Nursing assistants, case managers.
For now, state officials say the message is simple. If you're on SNAP and unsure about the new rules, don't wait. Reach out before time runs out. And to see how you could qualify for the resources we talked about, you can go to our website at katu.com. Reporting live in Southeast Portland, Thanvi Varma, K2 News.
Ciao, Thanvi Varma. Ciao, however you say her name. Thanks, girl. Thanks, girl. Woo! Lord, times is tough, I tell you. Let me see. Where are we at now? WKYC. Is that Cincinnati? No, that's WKRP. All right, wrong one. Anyway, New SNAP work requirements take effect, impacting thousands in Northeast Ohio. Sheesh, this sounds like it's a freaking issue.
For SNAP recipients are in effect requiring thousands of people across Northeast Ohio to return to work or risk losing their benefits. Annabelle Childers breaks down what's happening.
Summer 2025, Congress passed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, and inside that legislative package were changes to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, that just took effect March 1st.
Yes, people are concerned about losing their benefits.
Prior to the legislation, certain SNAP recipients were exempt from work requirements, including parents of children under 18 and adults ages 55 to 64. But the legislation changed that, requiring parents of children ages 14 to 18 and adults up to 64 to work 20 hours a week or lose their benefits. Cuyahoga County Job and Family Services Director Kevin Gowan says more than 5,000 SNAP recipients in the county will be forced to quickly get work, volunteer, or enroll in a job training program.
Over 2,000 of these people are between
They said quickly get to work, like we didn't hear this last damn summer.
the ages of 60 and 64, and they've never been subject to work requirements before, and that's going to be a difficult population to serve.
In Summit County, Communications Director Greta Johnson says around 16,000 people are going to be impacted by the new requirements. 13,000 of them are over 60 years old.
Additionally, these impacts to our veteran population are going to be significant as well.
Both county departments say they've been holding forums and sending out messaging to answer people's questions. But Johnson is also asking for patience.
This increase in call volume has resulted in lots of carry forward calls, our staff needing to call people back because of the long wait time. So our staff is working really, really hard, and they're doing the very best they can to try and manage these new requirements and educate folks about what they need to do and how they can qualify.
Now, there is a 3-month grace period where SNAP recipients can still use their benefits, but if they don't get work, enroll in a job training program, or get an alternate work exemption in that 3-month time frame, then they're going to lose those benefits. Kristi.
All right, appreciate
All right, Kristi Child. Y'all doing the damn thing. This is ridiculous. All right, I got one more. And then I saw somebody say something about that 2 girls found in the suitcase. I just found it. We'll go over that too. I forgot about that one. Thanks for reminding me. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Let's see what's going on. NBC proposed bill could redirect SNAP users to food pantries for assistance. Hold on, because of course, this is Oregon. I feel like we just did Oregon. Oregon going through it, child. Oregon going through it. All right, let me start it over.
A bill moving through the Wisconsin legislature could change what some SNAP users are allowed to put in their grocery carts. Our reporter Lily Alstein has more on how this could affect food insecurity. Lily?
That's right, Dan. At the Rhinelander Area Food Pantry, choice matters. Director Courtney Smith says giving people the ability to decide what food they need helps reduce people from going hungry. But she worries a potential
Now look at them right in front of all the damn soda.
restriction could make access to food even harder. The Wisconsin Assembly passed a bill that bans SNAP recipients from being able to buy soda and candy with their benefits. Courtney Smith, director of the Rhinelander Area Food Pantry, worries this new...
I love me some Hershey's, some Hershey bars with some almonds in them. And peanut chews, my 2 fave, and peanut chews.
restriction would create more challenges for people who are food insecure.
It's a process to sign up and receive those benefits anyway. Adding more restrictions to that just may make it easier for people to say, I don't really need to do that.
If the bill is signed into law, Smith believes fewer people will use SNAP and turn to the pantry instead.
You know, we know that when SNAP is working correctly and it's really doing its job, we see less people here at the pantry. We saw that during COVID when folks had access to more benefits than they do now.
During COVID, the pantry served
Don't you love how they say during C-19, that shit is over. I'm telling you, people cannot move away from that, y'all. That's what half of the problem is. They want that same shit. They got comfortable real quick, loved it real quick till they didn't. Then they got back out like they wanted to, and now they don't like it no more. Because I guess they thought they was going to do what? Go on out there into the world, still get everything that they was getting, and not have to work. I'm telling you. These people were thinking that shit wasn't going to end. I could see it. I'm telling you, these people don't want to work. They want to get all the benefits, all these benefits again. The max on this, the max on that, the food stamps, the Section 8, the no paying this, the no paying that, while getting out here doing whatever the hell they want while they going to Jamaica. Like, where do people, what goes through people's minds? I'd be so confused. What are y'all thinking?
Roughly 500 households. As SNAP eligibility requirements became stricter over the years, the number of households climbed to over 1,000. Smith says the goal should be making food access easier and giving people the power to choose.
We're a choice-based food pantry. We really believe in autonomy for our customers to choose the food items that they want and need. We see that as a way to help reduce barriers to access.
Instead of restricting items, Smith believes incentivizing SNAP
all they are showing is a bunch of junk damn food.
users would encourage them to make healthier choices.
So what we would rather see from our perspective is incentive for folks to actually make healthy purchases and And so maybe it's like double dollars to buy fresh vegetables or to buy milk products or something like that.
Lawmakers like Representative Clinton Moses from Menominee says this bill will make sure taxpayers are not paying for unhealthy eating habits. Assembly Bill 180 is on its way to the Senate for consideration. Reporting in Rhinelander, Lily Alstein.
All right, Rylander, reporting in Rylander. Shout out to Jay Gray in the building. I appreciate you, boo. He said, what in the blue hell is food insecure? That means they ain't got no food around them. They got a problem with the grocery stores and whatnot. Child, you know they be coming up with some stuff. Anyway, if y'all didn't hear it, unfortunately, let's listen. This one is as of 6 hours ago. So this might is this update on this story about two girls that were found in suitcases, child. Viewer discretion advised. Two girls found dead in suitcases in Cleveland. Preliminary DNA results show they're half siblings.
We do begin with a disturbing story after a gruesome discovery was made on the city's east side, and we do want to warn you, some of these details may be hard to hear. Cleveland police say two young girls were found dead inside of suitcases again on the city's east side, buried in shallow graves, and it all happened near a school. But in the last hour, Cleveland police told us preliminary DNA tests show the two victims were half siblings. CNN New Yorker spoke with city leaders and police as they call for the public's help to solve the case.
Councilman Mike Polensik says he hasn't slept since the tragedy in his ward Monday evening.
I said to myself, oh my God, are there going to be more? Are there going to be, I didn't know. I did not know standing there last night in the cold.
Cleveland police say just after 6, they received a call from near East 162nd and Midland, right next to Ginn Academy. A man walking his dog found the body of a young girl inside a suitcase buried in a shallow grave. When officers arrived and started searching, they made another shocking discovery. Police found another suitcase buried in a shallow grave. Inside, a second young girl. Investigators are working to identify the girls, but believe the first victim could be between 8.5 and 13 years old, and the second girl between 10.5 and 14 years old, both of them Black. At this time.
Now, I wasn't sure. I didn't look into it because this be, sometimes some of these stories be too tough. I want to know, how come they don't know who they are immediately? Because shouldn't there be a missing persons report? Shouldn't there be a missing persons report? Shouldn't they have already known about this? I'm just asking questions because why wouldn't you just be like, oh yeah, that report, this sounds like this was probably her. This sounds like this is probably her. Remember that missing kid?
Time, they do not know the cause of death. Investigators are looking at all angles.
We have no reports of any missing children that match these identifications.
Oh, well, thank you, white woman, for answering me. So you know what that means, allegedly.
We are checking statewide as well. We also have the assistance from our federal, state, and local partners. This is a priority.
Councilman Polensik telling me several parents pulled their kids out of school after the news came out, and some are keeping their students home until they feel safe.
I want justice. I want justice for the kid.
Or also, at these ages, they should be in school. They should be in school also. Schools ain't say nothing to nobody. The parents ain't letting them come in here. Nothing was reported to social services. That's typically how that should work.
I want justice for the family. I want justice for the community. And I want to be assured that CPD and the command staff of Cleveland Police Division of Police are doing everything they can to aggressively pursue this.
And I was seeing New Yorker reporting there.
Oh, shit. 16 minutes ago.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Sergeant Freddie Diaz, Public Information Officer of Division of Police. Just wanted to provide a very short update in regards to the ongoing investigation of the two homicides that our homicide unit is investigating. This evening, our homicide unit conducted a search warrant here in this area of East 162nd and Midland. As part of that ongoing investigation and search warrant, the investigators were able to identify and detain a person of interest. At this point, the investigation obviously is ongoing. The person is going to be interviewed, and we hope to continue this investigation and gather more leads. This is not an arrest at the moment. It's just a person of interest that we're looking to talk to and gain some more information. As you can imagine, all our resources, every possible lead that we have been receiving, every possible agency that we're able to work with, we're working to arrest those responsible person or persons that are responsible for this crime. At this point, this is all the update I can provide. We're hoping to be able to provide a little bit more updates as soon as possible. Definitely not tonight.
Are you able to say, was it a tip that led to the house, or how they ended up at this house?
So part of the investigation led us to this home, and it's been a nonstop, ongoing investigation. Our homicide unit, it's often not said, but they have been working around the clock in this investigation. So if I can share that with the public, the homicide unit has spared no expense in terms of what they've committed to this investigation, and they're working really hard to bring justice to these young girls.
With that being said, there's been so much shock and so many questions. There's so many 2 little girls on various suitcases in shallow graves, and saying the detectives have worked around the clock to help solve this. Why is this case, all of the cases have this kind of attention, but why is this, getting so many resources?
This is amazing. Well, all our homicide cases are important, and all our homicide cases get the attention and to get the word from our unit. This obviously is difficult in terms of the ages of the victims, and it's no secret that it touches our hearts. Our officers are human just like everyone else, and they're their parents, their grandparents, and it affects them.
Their parents. He just said their parents
as well, which is it goes to say that they're committed to resolving this as quickly as possible.
Are you able to share whether or not this person of interest is related to the 2 little girls?
Not at this time.
So, with that being said, are you able to tell us, what do you still need from the public? I know this is just a person of interest.
Child, there ain't no question, child. They just be over there saying shit. The question should be, where are the parents? Why was there no missing child report? Because the lady said that there was no missing child report. Don't you think the school should have said something as well? Allegedly, I'm a little shaky on that one. Have you questioned the parents of these children yet? Do you know who the parents are? Like, those are the questions reporters should be asking. What do you need from the public? We need you to not be a reporter, child. Can somebody hire me? Let me be out here talking to these people. Because, child, these people don't make no sense whatsoever. Shout out to Legend. Appreciate you. He said, Messi, did you know Ohio leads the nation in missing Black girls? No, I don't know that. But with everybody saying stuff like, where's Black Lives Matter? Where's, all these Tariq Nasheed and, all the rest of them, where they at? They're not going to be there because they don't give a damn. Not even the local Black Lives Matters gives a damn. And then I promise you next, I promise you allegedly, but I promise you allegedly that once this makes it to blogs, they're going to say, how come we didn't hear anything about it? Nobody was doing anything. When we go missing, they don't do nothing. Looks like they doing something to me. If no one reported them missing, what was they supposed to do? Dude just happened to be going jogging, walking his dog, and happened to come upon the daggone, the suitcase. Child, nobody looks at none of that type of stuff, child. Just blame somebody just because. I can't take it. Blame they parents. Anyway. All right, that's it for food stamps, y'all. And that was enough, all right? Where's Don Lemon trying his best not to be in jail? F that ninja. Anyway. All right, let's go over here to some foolishness. Let's start here because, I got to bring you some foolishness because it's been a long time. Black men have a problem with complexion and typically don't give darker women princess. Y'all don't give darker women princess treatment? Y'all don't give darker women princess treatment? What the hell is wrong with ya? What is wrong with ya? Shout out to Kev G. I appreciate you for the Cash App. He said, for just supporting this channel, you should do radio. Anybody that hears my voice that works in radio, I'll be glad to do it. Holla at me. I'll do it. That might be more lucrative than you damn too. Anyway, but then, Frigidaire will be mad. All the more reason that it needs to be done. Anyway, let me stop. All right, you sassy straights. What are y'all doing to these dark-skinned women? Get it together.
Yeah. I want y'all to start asking them, who is their celebrity crush? Like, why? And don't let them say, oh, babe, you my celebrity crush. No, bitch. Ask them and make sure they answer. When I went on a date with my man, he told me that Cash Doll was his celebrity crush. Do I look like Cash Doll? No. But one thing me and Cash Doll got to comment, bitch, we're black. A lot of y'all be getting with these men. What y'all don't understand is that they don't even desire the type of woman that you are. He want him a light-skinned BBL warrior. He want him a Hispanic girl. But you never knew that because you didn't really get into his mind actually see what he fantasized about. It's important. I don't give a fuck. Yes, men will smash anything, but a lot of the time they will not be faithful to that kind of woman if you're not that kind of woman they really desire about. And it's not looks wise. It's about the skin with these fucking black men, and I'm telling you from experience.
Are you kidding me right now? Child, these people just be coming out here saying any old thing. How many experiences does she have to know? I can see what her problem is, child, because I see this down here. You see the mouse? Oh, look. Hold on. Let me take the comments off. I don't want you to miss it. Do you see this big chunk of whatever you want to call it right the fuck here? So you think colorism is the problem? Child, you think colorism is the problem around here? Now, I know there'll be plenty of people who will, deal with BB dubs, right? We know it, right? But why are you out here talking about colorism, trying to tell somebody else what to do? And it'll be some stars that will go say, yes, sis, go, sis. Yes, sis, go, sis. You be listening to this damn person just because she said so. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up.
When you go out on a date with these men, I want y'all to start asking.
Child, look at the arm. Child, look at the arm.
Them, who is their celebrity crush? Like, why? And don't let them say, oh, babe, you my celebrity crush. No, bitch. Ask them and make sure they answer. When I went on a date with my man,
child, she can barely talk. I hear the...
and he told me that Cash Doll was his celebrity crush. Do I look like Cash Doll? No. But one thing me and Cash Doll got to comment, bitch, we're black. A lot of y'all be getting with these men. What y'all don't understand is that they don't even desire the type of woman that you are.
Now she trying to tell y'all who can get men, because the odds are she probably got a little bit of trouble. What y'all need to not do so that y'all can be in the same boat as her. It's the same old play. Single women keep women single. That's what she trying to do, and y'all be falling for it. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying.
He want him a light-skinned BBL warrior.
How the hell she know? How many people you think she got the opportunity to ask what the hell they want?
He want him a Hispanic girl. But you never knew that because you didn't really get into his mind and actually.
But y'all out here saying the same shit over and over again with your Christmas shirt on. Y'all out here saying the same shit over and over again. If don't nobody know it, they don't want to know it because it sounds stupid with a capital STUPID.
To see what he fantasized about. It's important. I don't give a fuck. Yes, men will smash anything, but a lot of the time they will not be faithful to that kind of woman if you're not that kind of woman they really desire about. And it's not looks wise. It's about the skin with these fucking black men, and I'm telling you from experience.
So y'all been giving her some experiences that she can tell the rest of these women what y'all be looking for. How y'all be discriminating against these daggone women. Y'all better stop this. Y'all better get on out here and give them whatever the hell it is that they want and stop trying to act like you know best and stop trying to like save yourself or save your food, or I'm sorry, save your money for what you want.
This is amazing.
Ain't no saving for what you want. Y'all need to go ahead and do what they want. Y'all already know. I'm gonna need y'all to get it together. I don't know how many ways I'm gonna be able to tell y'all. Y'all supposed to be out here SYCBMing. That's y'all's job. SYCBM. Get it together, child. Get it together. Where is Earl? I haven't seen him in a while. Shout out to Earl. You and this Frigidaire, have Frigidaire hook up with her. Frigidaire and refrigerator. Oh my God, you are too much. That is hilarious. Shout out to Dr. Manhattan. Shout out to my fave. He said she ain't, thank you, Boo. She ain't on ish. Her back sweats at. Goodbye. Goodbye, sir. Not Jim Burks. Just said she needs a smoothie. Y'all ain't shit. Shout out to the chat, and I love it. All right, where are we gonna go now? Let's go over here, child. Let's go over here. The biatch gossip. Did y'all hear about this one? Woman is baffled at how many single women attended singles night at church looking for a good man. Is love dying? Sassies, I told y'all they all over here waiting for y'all, and y'all not following the direction. Y'all are not following the direction. Now they all got to go into the church looking for y'all. And y'all ain't even there. Exactly. Y'all ain't even there. Get into church. Save these women that don't want shit to do with you until it's time for them and they feel like they want to have shit to do with you. Okay? How come y'all didn't go to the singles event? What is this? How many single women attended singles night? They had singles night at the church and y'all didn't show up. I don't understand how y'all could do this. SYCBM, seriously, you can't button much. What? Let's hear this mess, child. Oh my God, can these people shut up?
Just sitting here thinking about how I went to singles night at church and it was hundreds. I mean, at least 1,000. First, I thought it was 500, but the pastor said it was 1,000 singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people, even thought that it was even, I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes and sizes, literally African-American women. Like a room full of singles. Just sitting here thinking about how I went to singles night, a room full of singles.
Wow, church.
And I'm like, this has to be an experiment. Like, this has to be like assimilation. Is that the word I want to use? I think so. Like, I'm confused and I'm like low key, like nervous, like for us. We're shit for myself, fuck y'all. Because where are the men? Where are the men? Then again, don't know. Never mind. Don't. We know where they at. Bye. A room full of singles.
So where are they? Oh, Lord help your people. Kate came in starting trouble. I'm gonna let that go. Shout out to Richlish. Thank you, boo. He said, first the smoothie, no kings refused the service. Then the Denny's cereal stroker squirted away the bag over some cans. Shaking my head. Some people hate money. There's a lot going on around here today. I threw this shit together, okay? Shout out to you, boo. I see you. I appreciate you. What in the world is going on? Why weren't y'all over? Look at all, let me mute it. Look at all these women. Look at all these women. There's a couple of men right there. Look at all these women. It's a smorgasbord. Y'all ain't interested in her, Bueller. How old y'all think she is? She's not in her 20s. I don't think she in her 30s. Anybody interested, Bueller? You see all the different nails, all the different rings. What don't y'all want? All the different tattoos. What is the problem? She know where y'all at. You see all them different nails? That's a lot. That is a lot. That's all yas queens. I don't need no man, women in there. That's exactly what she's basically saying to me. I can't even believe she had the nerve and the audacity to make this daggone video. Looking like this. Look at the chest. There's so much green on there, child. Is it avocado? What is going on? Look like she had a dent in one of her boobs. But look at all these biatches. Look at them. Look at them. Is love dying, y'all? Is love dying? How come y'all not interested in getting with all these daggone women? All shapes and sizes and colors and tones and tall and short. You have a complete smorgasbord up in there. Y'all just don't want to listen. Y'all just don't want to do right. Y'all ain't trying to. Oh my God. Not gangrene. Not gangrene on the chest. Girl. Yo, it is a lot going on there, child. I put her pushing 45. I got her pushing 45 at minimum. At minimum. Talking all this sugar, honey, ice, damn tea. Whatever. Good luck to that lady, but not really, child. Oh, what the comments say? BH Gossip said, woman is baffled about how many single women showed up to singles night at a church looking for a good man. It's a good man, Savannah. She notices that most women are living the same lives in search of a good man. Are they really in search of a good man? Are they waiting because they're this old and they're looking? Shout out to the person that dropped Kevin Samuels. First comment says, when you live in a society that glorifies independence over partnership, what do you expect? Oh, no. Ladies, don't look, just be. He'll find you. Okay. Laugh out loud. I'll keep my comment to myself. Ego is keeping people single. Yes, love is dead. Oh, no, I agree. I agree that that's probably true, though, because everything is about money. Ain't no room for love because y'all ain't trying to hear it either. So how's it going to be love? Every time I show y'all something nice, y'all be like, simp, 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 simp. Every single time. So y'all part of the problem, too. You'll have to date outside your race for stability and love. Well, there you go. There you go. Date outside your race. Not y'all. Not you sassy straights, them. Not y'all. Them. Y'all need to get your asses on up in here in this daggone church. You have to, love is not dying. Social media just have people thinking you have to meet someone perfect and that everyone has options. On to the next. Well, sounds like it's a problem. Sounds like that's the problem. Guess where I found my king? The gym. Oh no, we found each other in our 40s. We just hit 2 years and plan on getting married this fall. God is so good. I'm so glad I'm out of the single pool. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Okay, not today. But every time I bring something positive up here, y'all just be saying simp all the time. All the time, y'all already know. There's a good idea. Go to the gym. You think they're gonna do that, Bueller? I gotta find y'all one of my gym people and show you them. Not like my literal gym people, but one of the ones that I follow. Anyway, moving on. Let's see what we got here. Welcome to the culture. This is probably from tonight's conversation, I would assume. Yeah, it is. He asked why single men without kids like himself get criticism for not wanting to be with single moms, and they answer by saying, shut out the men that step up where men step down. Look at that already. Wait, I missed it already. Hold on, StreamYard, hold on a second. All damn ready. Don't even take a second, okay? Let me know that you can hear this. Hold on. Here we go.
Man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism for not wanting to commit to a woman who has kids?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that y'all catch criticism from not wanting to date a woman who has kids. It's that because when you don't want to date this woman who has kids, you interfere with other people wanting to date her and try to push the narrative that if she's not your type, she shouldn't be anybody else's type too. We never get mad when anybody talks about the things that they like. It's when the conversation becomes that nobody should want to be with y'all single mothers, do we start getting the backlash, right? Because if you don't want to date women with kids, guess what? Don't date women with kids.
This ain't me saying you ain't a real man if and the real man would. This is me saying shout out to the men that step up where other men stepped out.
I wish you.
Shout out to the men that seen the value in you as well as that life. Shout out to the men, because without those men, where would I be? There are so many boys.
As a single man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism?
Boys that needed that guidance in that direction. And there's a man that loved their mama so much, they loved them too. They showed up for them.
I can hear Obsidian talking about him right now.
Let me tell you this. I'm glad you disqualified yourself. Because single moms ain't for every man. You got to have a certain level of responsibility, character, and intention. Let me tell you something. Single moms scare off men without motherfucking intention.
Let me say this, because I've been a single mother. Mm-hmm. We don't be worried about y'all. Let me say that first. Let me preface by saying that first. Y'all be summoning us. Because y'all be getting up in them comment sections and talking about us. When we be posting our kids and stuff, or when we post a man who actually wants us, y'all jump in the comment sections and call this man a simp and start antagonizing him. So then we don't have no choice but to start talking about it. Your preference is your preference.
Boys that needed that guy.
We don't care. Quite frankly, you probably shouldn't be a stepdad. You may not qualify for that.
Matey, I just be saying they not my preference. That's all I say.
Hold on, are you
your type?
That's all I say.
Date your type. I guarantee you though, I don't be all over line. Shout out to my husband, but even before my husband, you didn't catch me online talking about what my preference was. It's my preference. Why I gotta explain it to the world? Why I gotta explain that to anybody else?
Well, because his preference don't want him. Because if your preference wanted you, you wouldn't even care about what your non-preference wanted.
Who believes that? Why is he a simp? Come on, y'all. See what I'm talking about. We're gonna listen to it again. I interrupt. I probably because it's not on my phone, honestly, JP. I don't know. Oh yeah, it's not on my phone. I had to offload in order to do an update. Maybe it'll work now, but thank you. I didn't know. Why is it, first of all, that they gotta attack that man? But he shouldn't have came up there and asked that damn question, because who gives a shit what people think? Too many people are too worried about what other people think. Too many, in my opinion. Too many. So let's hear it again. I see all y'all saying simp. So is that simp for Ace Metaphor, or is that simp for the dude? Legend? Is that simp for the dude, or is that simp for Ace Metaphor? Her husband is you talking about Kitty's husband is a simp? Goodbye, y'all. Oh no, worst decision I made. Oh no, y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. All right, let's hear it again.
Single man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism for not wanting to commit to a woman who has kids?
Why do we catch criticism for not wanting to be with a woman who has kids? Is he the simp? Simp for everyone? Simp for all these things? Oh no! Now every see. The day wasn't over yet, Reaper. The day wasn't over. You didn't know what I had in store for y'all. Now everybody a simp. All right, so he asked the question. Y'all calling him a simp. I don't know why anybody freaking cares what anybody thinks, but this probably wasn't the right audience to sit up here and ask this question to. Meaning, because if you see this, because I've been to one of these, as y'all know. I've been to one of these, and it is mainly women. It's definitely women, and any man that comes to this event is typically here with a woman. Very few, I don't think men are saying, you know what, let's go over to the tonight's conversation, child. They probably should, because there's so many women there. I'm just saying. I'm just letting y'all know. Or y'all should go to the church, because you know they over there too. But let's hear it.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that y'all catch criticism from not wanting to date a woman who has kids. It's that because when you don't want to date this woman who has kids, you interfere with other people wanting to date her and try to push the narrative that if she's not your type, she shouldn't be anybody else's type too.
Is that what y'all do? So she's saying that because she's not your type, you try to hinder other people from being with her. Is that a real thing? I've never heard that before. Oh, okay, so I don't want to be with a single mom, so I'm going to tell everybody not to be with a single mom. And everybody got to listen. Y'all do talk about it amongst these parts of the internet, of course. But y'all, people really going out in the rest of life talking about, you shouldn't do it, you should. I don't know anybody that does that. And of course, I don't know anybody with most of this shit, but I don't know anybody that does that. I'm just saying. And these people spend around $200 to sit there and listen to this ish. I spent about $135. Yeah, I sure did. I had a good time. Never heard that either. Exactly. Never, ever. Her feelings are hurt. Maybe. Big Joker says she's partially right. She's partially right that, yeah, I see it here on the internet. I don't see it in real life. I see it in this sector for sure. So the question is, outside of this internet, outside of this sector, do you see it? I don't see it outside of here. That's just me personally. People I know, no.
We never get mad when anybody talks about the things that they like. It's when the conversation becomes that nobody should want to be with y'all single mothers, do we start getting the backlash, right? Because if you don't want to date women with kids, guess what? Don't date women with kids.
Me saying you ain't a real man if and a real man would. This is me saying shout out to the men that step up where other men stepped out.
I'm trying to understand if Ace is one of them people that stepped up. Is Ace one of those dudes that stepped up and he's, because from what I understand, he ain't seeing nobody in particular, allegedly, at the last show. The last show in, what was that show? December, I think? The show that I went to in December. I agree. The internet is not real. Everybody on this bitch lying. So you can't go by none of it, but people do and put their faith in people they don't even know. Listen to people they don't even know just because they said something that made them feel good, child. All the time. All the time. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Ace probably isn't dating a bunch of single baby moms. I'm just saying. Next time, ask me before you spend $135 because if you didn't double it, ma'am, you messing up. I went to have a time. I had an experience. If you don't leave me alone,
I'm with you. Shout out to the men that show see the value in you as well as that life. Shout out to the men because without those men, where would I be? There are so many boys.
As a single.
Oh, so Ace must have had a step daddy. I had a step daddy too, and a daddy. I had two. Shout out to me. But child, that was a different time. Just like when we was up here talking about how you can't apply 2026 rules to 1971 rules. So that was a different time, and that was not a big, that was not abnormal. Now y'all want to act like it's all abnormal, even though I see you all the time. Like I tell y'all, especially when you be like, oh, she need to lose weight, big back, child. I be on them cruises. It don't matter, child. Them people be married and fat and in the pool, okay, in two pieces. They don't give a damn. This is all internet talk. Now, the part that's the problem are the people that have faith and be on the internet so much that they believe anything and everything that people say, don't look into it, and just say, because they said it, like I said a second ago, and it makes them feel good, then they go ahead and want to go forth with it. Don't even know who they're talking to. Don't even know who they're listening to. Don't even know if they got any credentials. Ain't even listened to them long enough to even see where they stand with regard to anything. At least be listening to somebody where you've listened to them enough that you know where they stand. Child, these people don't do that. Enough of these people don't do that. That's why they all over the place. That's why they can't have relationships, in addition to other things. But that's it as well. Thank you, big boy. He said, I caught a lot of flack in 08 because I didn't date baby mamas. I dated my wife because she didn't have any kids. I married my husband because we didn't have any kids outside of each other as well. I wasn't gonna do that. I was too young. Why would I want to be a mother of somebody else's kid and I ain't even have my own kid yet? In my mind, that don't make sense. In my mind, that never made sense. Even after, especially after that dude I told y'all about who was divorced or in the process of a divorce, and his wife showed up to my house and they had 3 kids. I'm like, why would I want to put myself in the middle of this type of shit? This is why I'm just like, people don't be thinking about these kids. Imagine you with somebody, y'all break up and y'all don't want to resolve it, and then somebody come knocking on your damn door just because you dating their husband or ex-husband. Well, are they not allowed to move on? Or they got to deal with you I got to deal with you for the rest of my life, which means my kids have to deal with you for the rest of my life. Like at this age, like just if you're like I'm 54, y'all know that. At 54, if this was my lot in life and I'm dealing with somebody and they have a kid, it's not a big deal at this point because I've already have my kids and I've raised them with their father, not being shipped here, not being shipped there, not having this woman, not having that man, and then they break up, so there's another man, and then they break up and then there's another woman. No, that's chaos. I don't care what nobody say. That shit is chaos and it's chaotic, especially when you got multiple parents and then one parent ain't doing the same as another parent. So then another one want to act crazy because that parent is doing more for that brother or sister and your parent ain't doing nothing for you like what the other one is doing. People want to try to act like that shit don't make a difference. People want to act like that's not a big deal and that don't have no effect on kids. It does. God Father Sports says my dad had 2 families at the same damn time. It was a while ago, I'm sure. Because these people don't even take care when they do have other kids with other people and then get with somebody else. They just thinking about themselves. That's why these kids is out here wilding. They ain't taking care of these kids. You can't tell me nothing.
A man who doesn't have any kids.
Guidance in that direction. There is a man that loved their mama so much they loved them too. They showed up for them. Let me tell you this. I'm glad you disqualified yourself. Because single moms ain't for every man. You got to have a certain level of responsibility, character.
You got to have now you want to shame. You got to have a certain level of responsibility and character. So now you don't have responsibility and character because you don't want to take on somebody else's kids. Now, I don't talk about this too much. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't care. I'm just messing with y'all with the SYCBM. I wouldn't do it. Why would I want to take on somebody else's issue, their kids, and I can't discipline them? Because, child, the way I discipline a kid probably ain't the way you discipline a kid. And I don't feel right putting my hands on somebody else's kids. I'll do it, but I don't feel right doing that. Not even with my grandkids. I don't like to touch them, but I will if I have to. Trust me when I tell you, but they're not my kids. I know they're my grandchildren, but I didn't bear them. That's not my responsibility. And who would want that? Especially in this age range. Fuck them kids. No, that's a you problem. No. I don't know how these people do it. But don't be trying to shame these people because they don't want to take on somebody else's responsibility. That's your responsibility. So be responsible. Holla at me when they're grown. I think that makes sense. Holla at me when they're grown. Especially if you have different parenting styles. Nobody thinks about that shit either. Dr. Matt said, Missy, I just got over my daughter hating me for 3 weeks. Not 3 weeks. She needed money today and poof, the hate is gone. Ain't that interesting how that works? And trust me, our youngest daughter who never calls, if I called her up and said, I'm going to give you some money, I bet you she answer. If y'all been here before when I've texted her and she ain't never answer all damn day to the next day, you know that them biatches, they got their own life and I let them. Imagine taking on somebody else's kid. Hell no. Have your own first. My opinion, have your own first and see how you like it. Okay? Have your own kid first and see how you like it. Now imagine dealing with all that with somebody else's kid and then having another parent that comes into place, or 2 or 3. Child, that's crazy work. But to each his own. But I don't agree with them shaming this man. But he shouldn't have brought it up. Big boy, thank you, boo. He said we hit 20 years this year. 3 kids later, 1 in college, 1 in middle school, 1 boy in elementary. # Generation X rocks. Absolutely. Congratulations. And shout out to the kids. Yeah. Because they should be the same parents under the same damn roof. Work it the hell out. Nope. Everybody got to be happy, child, and moving around and causing and creating the chaos in their kids' life. Thank you, Reaper. He said Ace is using bird hands, not simp talk. I'm not disagreeing with you with him this time though, because they sound crazy trying to make that man feel bad. Now he shouldn't have brought it up here, but he did it.
And intention. Let me tell you.
Clearly, all the real niggas stayed home. That must include him. Look at them shaming this man. Look at this, okay? Because I think differently. I think about business, right? So this man paid money to come to y'all's shit for y'all to now come and insult him. I just told y'all a lot of men don't come. So you think that this is going to encourage men to come to this shit, Bueller? I wonder why men didn't show up at the singles mixer at church. I wonder why. Man can't even come up here and ask a daggone question without a bunch of niggas getting all up in his grill, basically. Trying to make him feel bad. Trying to shame him. Whatever the words you want to use. And that's okay. That's a great business plan, Ace. That's a great business plan, child. So then you got this nigga up here writing this shit on the board in front of everybody. And what does that do? Gets all them single ass bitches in the crowd. You see when they're paying. Pay attention when they're paying. You'll get all them bitches in the crowd, all single and alone, to sit up here and say, yeah, Cisco, sis, and yeah, the ace, and yeah, to this dude. And then they like, and still be going home alone. Then making videos talking about how come nobody showed up. But maybe I'm wrong.
Do something. Single moms scare off men without motherfucking intention.
Let me say this, because I've been a single mother. We don't be worried about y'all. let me say that first. Let me preface by saying that first.
And I love Kitty, I do. But she ain't need to do it either.
Y'all be summoning us.
So y'all be summoning the single moms, y'all? Y'all be summoning the single moms?
Y'all be getting up in them comment sections and talking about us when we be posting our kids and stuff.
Like I said, on the internet. This internet shit. I ain't never heard nobody have a conversation in real life about none of this shit till I got on the internet.
Or when we post a man who actually wants us, y'all jump in the comment sections and call this man a simp and start antagonizing him. So then we don't have no choice but to start talking about it. Your preference is your preference.
Boys that needed that
preference, we don't care. Quite frankly, you probably shouldn't be a stepdad. You may not qualify for that.
Imagine saying that you don't qualify for being a stepdad when you just now said that you ain't got no kids and you don't want to be a stepdad. Imagine that. I agree. Because if y'all didn't see the video from earlier today, those 3 boys that allegedly raped that 12-year-old girl, that woman said, well, it's because of the podcast. Oh, is it? The reason they did it is because of the podcast, not the parents. Not something going on in their life, but because of podcasts. Instead of anything in their actual real life, they blaming it on podcasts. So then the question after that, why are 12, 13, 14, 15-year-olds listening to any of these podcasts? Just say Fresh and Fit. No shade, Fresh and Fit. They listening to Fresh and Fit. So why your kids listening to them? Ain't that your job as the parent to know what the hell it is they looking for, what they looking at, what they listening to? Remember that D. Eddie said that he 12 years old and this shouldn't be. He ain't no adult. That lady trying to say that they acting like adults. So which one is it? Which one is it? Child, this be the problem with colors. Out here just saying and listening to any old thing.
Just be saying they not my preference. That's all I say.
Hold on. I guarantee you though, I don't be all over line. Shout out to my husband, but even before my husband, you didn't catch me online talking about what my preference was. It's my preference. Why I gotta explain?
So Kitty is saying
this is amazing.
So Kitty is saying that there hasn't been women on the internet talking about their preference. So where does 666 come from, y'all? Where did 666, and I'm not summoning the devil, where did that come from? He gotta be 6 feet, he gotta have a 6-figure salary, and he gotta have a 6, you know what? Where'd that come from if they wasn't over here? If you ain't got enough money to buy me a Birkin bag, then you don't qualify. You gotta pay all my bills. You gotta get my nails done. You gotta get my hair done. You gotta buy me this. You can't take me to that cheesecake factory. Where did all that come from, Bueller? If women ain't online talking about all their preferences, where in the holy hell did that shit come from, and why the fuck do I know it? Bueller, somebody is lying around here, and he should have brought that up. He should have brought that up. Not 18 figures. Yeah, basically it probably is 18 figures at this point. Just something stupid. Like everybody not living in the same economy. So fuck the economy when it comes to these bitches. Not Kitty, I'm just saying. So fuck the economy when it's about buying me a Birkin bag and flying me out and buying me this and buying me that. It don't count then. But when it's them and they alone, the economy, it's the economy, it's the economy. And it's all Donald Trump's fault. Child, you can't make it up. You cannot make it up. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let me see what else I got, child. Manosphere highlights daily. Oh, shout out to Jay Gray. He said, thank you, Boo. He said, Lord, give us back Nancy Guthrie and take Ace and goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, I don't know what's going on. That story is so crazy to me, y'all. This Nancy Guthrie thing. I mean, keep hope alive, but I don't know. Anyway. All right. Manosphere highlights daily. Wow. Women shockingly admit they're single on dating debate show. Oh, no. This is 2 hours old. All right. This one just came out. Shout out to y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new.
At your service, sir.
Enter the manosphere.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
I don't think I know that I'm single because truly at heart I'm the problem.
Black in the Midwest, opinionated.
Girl, oh no. I know you effing lying.
Of course. How can I assist you today?
Give me some of that dating foolishness.
Will do, sir.
I don't think I know that I'm single because truly at heart I'm the problem.
Black in
So let me get this picture right damn now. I know you are effing lying to me. Anybody interested, Bueller? Child, the wigs tonight have been a mess. I ain't gonna lie. The wigs on People Wednesday have not been good tonight.
in the Midwest, opinionated, loud, argumentative.
Welcome to Manosphere Highlights Daily. Yes, this is it. You clicked on our classic thumbnail that says, guess who looks stupid now? Or guess who looks stupid again? These are the videos you need to save and share. Why? Why? Because these are the true manosphere and red pill talking points. The kind that can't be denied, can't be disputed. They will checkmate any naysayer and discreditor every single time. Like I always say, women will always tell on themselves. Just let them talk long enough and ask the right questions. So what is the right question?
I'm going to attempt to do something real, and it just depends on how much you guys want to participate. The question is that I want to ask everybody, why do you think you're single? And if it's just because you're not looking for anything, then that's all you have to say. But if you are looking for something and you have the courage to say that you are, even though you haven't found him yet, that would be kind of cool.
Classic open question, not yes or no. The kind of question that lets her talk. Shout out to Counterpoint for this.
So with that being said, is anybody comfortable with that? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
This is key. The women on this panel, they are fully comfortable with everything they're about to say. Everything. So brace yourself. Let's get into it.
Why do you think you're single?
I think I'm single. When I was very career focused for a long time.
Did she say queer focus? What in the hell?
But now that I have built that, I've been learning how to kind of manage my time better. And I haven't had the opportunity.
Oh, career. My bad. I thought she said queer. She said career.
Opportunity to give that a chance. But I think managing my time has been a real focus in this healing year that I've been doing.
Modern women are career focused. In other words, they prioritize educating themselves to be a wife for their future employer. That's why it doesn't matter what men want. That's why she sucks at being a girlfriend, because that's not what she prioritized. So now that she's reached her goal, career woman, accomplished, successful, she's looking for a wife, not a husband, a wife. But the moment she finds a man wife, that turns her off. Welcome to dysfunction.
But also I have really weird hobbies. My house is very Victorian type of style. I work at a thrift store. I have very odd furniture. I have taxidermy with hats. So I will say I have weird hobbies.
Guys, she is the one saying this. Weird hobbies, odd furniture, taxidermy cats, Victorian house. As the saying goes, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. She knows it's weird. She knows it's odd. She is fully aware. That's what I want you to take away.
First things first, I think I'm single because I live in the Midwest. I'm Black. I'm opinionated. I'm a lot of things that I think a lot of men right now don't want, but I don't also only date men.
Lord help your people.
This is pure gold. How to confirm every stereotype and red flag about Black women in dating in 15 seconds. She said it herself. I'm from the Midwest. Don't say you're from the Midwest just to make everybody in that area look bad. She's Black. Yes, Black women have to work extra hard because the stereotypical behavior she just displayed, it's not only ingrained in men's minds, it's been a hot topic in this space since the beginning of YouTube and even many years before that. Once again, she knows exactly what she brings to the table, and she's saying it out loud to a camera in front of people like it's a personality quirk and not a product defect. I'm opinionated. Translation, I'm combative. I'm difficult to deal with. I'm a lot of things that men don't want right now. Translation, I'm not feminine. I'm disrespectful. I'm exhausting to be with. I know my market value and I'm overpriced. I also don't only date men. Translation, I bring chaos. Now, pay attention to what she says next.
I think the reason I'm single is also because I've actively made sure not to put myself out there really this last year or so after being in such a terrible situationship. I was just I actually don't care to seek out love. Whatever will come to me, and then I'll put it on the chopping block for whether or not it's for me or whether or not it is or isn't.
This is where you come in as a man. Watch our movie breakdown videos. See how Hollywood pushes this narrative. Women fully aware of their dysfunction, yet still put on a pedestal by high-value men. It doesn't work without your consent. Men are the prize. Men have always taken care of women who bring nothing but liabilities to the table, all in the name of love. That's what these women...
Damn, now we bringing liability to the table. What liability would I be bringing? What? Shit, I am offended.
Are banking on. That's why they're so comfortable airing their dysfunction for the world to see. Dating apps have given women the illusion of infinite options, despite being LQWs, low-quality women. For those who don't know, you deserve everything that's coming to you if you decide to date women like this.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of factors. Again, Black in the Midwest, opinionated, loud, argumentative. I think I'm just a lot of things that the dating market rejects right now, and I'm okay with that.
There you go. This is why we don't make...
All right, she good with it. But she looked like she about 26, 28.
Our videos for women. The only women who are watching are the female content creators who are stealing our talking points. This is why your favorite female content creators aren't contributing much to this space. They're just repeating our talking points, preaching to the choir. You know what else gets female viewership? The WNBA. And even that's only at 40%. Think about that. Women won't even watch other women play basketball at the same rate men watch men. But we're supposed to believe they're suddenly going to tune into self-reflection? Women don't care to change their behavior. Why? Why? Because that takes accountability. Kryptonite. The first thing an alcoholic has to acknowledge to get better, they have a problem. These women are confessing their dysfunction, but they're not saying, and that's why I'm working on myself. They're not saying, and that's why I'm single until I change. No, they say it like they're listing ingredients on a package. This is what I am. Take it or leave it. The foolishness.
I think that I'm so single because I'm not settling. I know what I need from a person, and I know what I want from a person, and so I'm not going to get into any type of relationship just to fill a void or a need or whatever. So they have to meet my needs. And I think, I've been divorced now for 2 years.
Whoa, she's divorced. Keep that in mind, guys.
I think a good chunk of that time was intentionally being single, of just really trying to be myself. So now as I've started to get myself out there, now that I've learned what I need, what I want for my life, what I want for my daughter's life as well too.
I wanna Oh no, not a single mom. Here we go. Why didn't you, if the husband is the kid's father, y'all should have stayed together. Why didn't y'all stay together? You won't do it for the kid. If you ain't gonna do it for the kid, what the hell it is? If these people can't sacrifice for their own kids, this is how I look at it. If you can't even sacrifice for your own fucking kid, what in the hell would you do for me? Nothing. Because if you can't even sacrifice for something that came right on up out of your ass, or, the other way, then how the hell would anybody expect you to do anything for them on that type of level, if that makes sense? You won't even do it for your spawn.
Stay focused, guys. I, me.
I know more of what I want. So I think it's, for me, the hardest thing of the needs to me. So if y'all are listening to this and want a tip of what, is important, I think it's emotional vulnerability and emotional availability is a big thing. I think it's really hard for me as a very emotionally intelligent person to connect with people. A lot of people aren't able to connect on that depth level intimately, like emotional intimacy. And so that is, I think, what kind of has been lacking. That's made it hard.
Child, what the hell is she talking about? Because I don't know.
For me, at least, to find that person, because I'd say that's just such a core need. But essentially, I'm not settling, and I'm just, gonna wait for the right person.
Oh shit! She said she is not gonna settle. We support that girl. At the end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, it's not right, it's not fair. Oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, crusty, ashy. I'm not gonna settle. No settling. I'm not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway. Got it.
I'm not going to settle. In other words, it's not me, it's you. Classic. She's talking about emotional intelligence, about not being able to connect on that level. This is dangerous territory, so let's put the definition on the screen. Dennis, read.
Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions as well as the emotions of others.
Sounds great, right? Who could be against emotional intelligence? But here's where it gets weaponized. Just because you have emotional intelligence doesn't mean your feelings are facts. Just because you feel something doesn't make it true. And just because someone understands how you feel doesn't mean they owe you attraction. Samantha is using emotional intelligence as a shield, a way to say, if you don't connect with me emotionally, you're the problem. You lack EQ. You're not evolved enough. But let's test that theory with her own reality.
So they have to meet my needs. And I think, I've been divorced now for 2 years.
Boom! She needs her needs met. But here's the thing. She's already divorced once. That's in the 50% column. And the data doesn't lie. Second marriages fail at a higher rate than first marriages. Third marriages, even worse. So she's sitting there talking about emotional intelligence, about not settling, about wanting deep connection, while carrying the statistical weight of a failed marriage and increased odds of another failure. But wait, there's more.
What I want for my life, what I want for my daughter's life as well, too.
She's a single mother. Growth matters. Context matters. On the surface, that sounds compassionate. That sounds emotionally intelligent. But here's the problem. Feelings don't override biology. Understanding doesn't erase preference. A man can have perfect emotional intelligence. He can understand exactly why a woman has a high body count, why she's a single mom, why her marriage failed. He can empathize with her journey, her growth, her reasons, and still not want to marry her. Why? Why? Because attraction isn't a debate you win with logic or empathy. You can understand someone completely and still not feel drawn to them. You can validate their feelings and still not choose them for a lifetime commitment. This is what Samantha is missing. She thinks emotional intelligence is a transaction. If I explain myself...
What makes you think a husband would have them back? Why do y'all think that the husband would want them or take them back? Amazing. It's always like, oh, just go back to your husband. He may have moved on. He might not want a deal. He might not even give a damn at that point. So then there's that. Me personally, I can see it being like, child, ain't nobody trying to deal with you listening to all this bullshit that you spouting. Listen to what she just said. She gave the classic. I'm not going to settle. Girl, you look like Kelly Osbourne. Old Kelly Osbourne, because the new Kelly Osbourne do not look like this. Yeah, she do not look like this. Thank you, boo. He says, yes, she will settle for aloneness. That is too funny.
Well enough. If I make you understand my feelings, you're obligated to accept me. No, understanding is not attraction. Empathy is not desire. I can understand why someone ate an entire cake. Doesn't mean I want to marry someone with diabetes. I can understand why someone made bad choices at 14. Doesn't mean I'm signing up for the consequences at 30. Men aren't robots. We have emotional intelligence too. We just use it to assess, not to excuse. We look at her past. We understand her context. We empathize with her struggles. And then we make a decision. And sometimes that decision is, I understand, I hear you, and I'm still walking away. That's not lack of EQ. That's boundaries. Samantha wants a man who will look at her checklist, divorced, single mom, high standards, won't settle, and say, where do I sign? But the emotionally intelligent man, the one she claims to want, he looks at that same checklist and asks, what's in this for me? And when the answer doesn't add up, he walks. That's not insecurity. That's self-preservation. And until Samantha understands that emotional intelligence isn't a weapon to guilt men into commitment, she's going to keep wondering why the emotionally intelligent men keep choosing someone else.
I know that I'm single because truly at heart I'm the problem. I took a lot of the defensive coping mechanisms from my last relationship and I start to throw them onto other people. So truly, you don't really want to be with me, honestly.
What kind of mess? They come on here and just say this shit. Just let them talk, child. Just let them talk. They're talking themselves right on up out of this shit.
And then when you think about it, where I'm at right now at LSU, the dating market is trash. It's kind of just excuse my French, but it's a little slutty. So it's just I don't want any.
She said the dating market is a little slutty. How come none of these dudes raise their hand to talk?
In the same sense that you said you don't want to settle, I don't want to settle for somebody that's dating me and the girl down the hall. I don't want to settle for somebody that I see you at a party or I see you at the club and you were 16 different girls. I know I'm the problem. So if you do that, I'm going to be toxic in return. So why would I put myself in that situation?
Whoa, hold up. We all know the only dudes pulling 16 girls in college, Chad and that's it. These girls.
Not Chad and Tyrone.
Girls, they're sleeping with the same guys over and over while parking the guys who actually care about them on the shelf. As we stated many times on this channel, women are responsible for hookup culture and they also perpetuate it. And once again, this woman is fully aware of what's going on. That's what makes these women look stupid. You don't need a fully developed frontal lobe to put one and one together. If we have to go that route, then you're playing right into the hands of the people who say women shouldn't vote.
And yeah, unfortunately, I can take enough accountability to say that I'm the problem and I'm going to ruin that for you.
Okay, she said that she's the problem. So is she opening herself up to be pumped and dumped? What are we talking about? Why are we? Oh my God. Good luck, gentlemen. SYCBM. SYCBM. That's all I got for y'all. Is SYCBM, child. Yeah, and that's it for the show too. It's been a little bit over 2 hours. 2 hours and 15. Earlier it was what? Hour and a half, hour and 45. I've had enough. I've had enough. Yeah, I know. But I'm done anyway. Thank you, boo. Shout out to y'all for hanging in there because we was all over the place. What did we learn today? Nobody wants to work. Nobody want to do the 20 hours. People crazy. These biatches is crazy. You see Kelly Osbourne now? Kelly Osbourne made a song called Papa Don't Preach. Well, I got one called Biatch Don't Sing, Silky Johnson. I was about to say, that's Madonna sings that. One of my favorite songs. Anyway. You better call Tyrone. Call him. I gotta call my kid back anyway, but Face Out Outer Space. Shout out to you. Shout out to all of y'all. I appreciate you. Shout out to Reaper for the memberships. Thank you so much. Please thank Reaper if you did get a membership. I'll be back tomorrow at some point. Lunch at minimum. I'm not sure about the evening yet, but make sure you have the notifications on. I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Hype it if you are on replay. I will see you all in the next one.